Welcome, everyone. Today, I want to share a heartwarming story about courage and kindness that reminds us all of the strength that lies within, even in the most unexpected places. In a lush, vibrant forest, there lived a tiny fox named Fino. Unlike the other foxes, who were bold and adventurous, Fino was timid and shy. He preferred to hide beneath the protective cover of trees, often too afraid to venture out into the open. His heart raced at the slightest sound, and he would often scurry away at the sight of his own shadow. One fateful day, the tranquility of the forest was shattered by a fierce storm. The wind howled like a wild beast, shaking the trees and sending leaves swirling through the air. Rain poured down in torrents, turning the familiar paths into rushing streams. In the midst of this chaos, a small sparrow fell from its nest, landing helplessly in the mud. The little bird flapped its wings frantically, struggling to free itself from the sticky grasp of the earth. Fino watched from his hiding spot, his heart pounding in his chest. He felt a surge of fear, but beneath that fear, something else began to stir, a flicker of compassion. He had always been afraid of the world around him. But in that moment, he realized that someone needed help. The sparrow was in trouble, and Fino knew he couldn't just stand by and do nothing. Summoning every ounce of courage he could muster, Fino stepped out from his hiding place. The rain soaked his fur, and the wind whipped around him, but he pressed on. With each step, he felt the weight of his fears begin to lift. As he approached the struggling sparrow, he could see the desperation in its eyes. "Don't worry, little one," Fino said softly, his voice barely audible over the storm. "I'm here to help you." With gentle nudges, he began to clear away the mud that trapped the sparrow. It was hard work, and Fino's heart raced not just from fear, but from the thrill of doing something brave. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the sparrow was free. It flapped its wings joyfully, chirping a sweet song of gratitude. Fino felt a warmth spread through him, a sense of pride he had never known before. In that moment, he realized that bravery isn't the absence of fear. It's the willingness to act despite it. As the storm began to subside, Fino stood tall, no longer just a timid fox hiding in the shadows. He had discovered a new part of himself, one that was brave and compassionate. From that day forward, Fino became known as the brave little fox of the forest, always ready to lend a helping paw to those in need. Thank you for joining me in this beautiful tale of courage and kindness. Remember, we all have the power to be brave, no matter how small we may feel. If you enjoyed this story, please consider following or subscribing for more inspiring tales. Until next time, stay brave and keep shining.